Hi guys, so the Unionist and Loyalist community in Northern Ireland have been, how can I put this, extremely vocal when it comes to their dislike of the Northern Ireland Protocol and their attempts to have it torn up. Now, they have blamed the Irish government, they've blamed the European Union for the consequences of Brexit, something that many of them voted for or were convinced by their politicians to vote for without actually understanding it. Now, you're going to hear from a guy called Holmes, who's a leading figure, it seems, in the Loyalist community in Northern Ireland, who is no longer angry with the Irish government or the European Union because he has found a new target. He's angry with Boris Johnson. So let's hear what he had to say.
I don't know about you, but I genuinely believe there is a movement taking place within the Loyalist community and the Unionist community right now. There is a movement happening where people are saying proudly, clearly, taking to the streets if need be, enough is enough. What are we saying enough to? And as Valerie stated it brilliantly, an injustice has taken place in our communities and in and toward our country. And that injustice is the Northern Ireland Protocol. What is the Northern Ireland Protocol? The Northern Ireland Protocol is the product of betrayal.
Now, betrayal is a very strong word to use in Northern Ireland because you have to remember that these people, the Unionists and the Loyalists in Northern Ireland, believe themselves to be British. Now, it's not just because they have a flag or they have a passport. In their soul, in their very core, they believe themselves to be British. Now, I'm not sure what they mean by that, because what it means to be British today is very different to what it was to be British 50 years ago. But these people, I believe, think they're the British of maybe even further back than 50 years ago. But for them, they are loyal to an idea, and they feel that this idea has been trampled upon, that this idea no longer exists. And this is where they get this idea of betrayal, that the British government that they are loyal to has betrayed them. In a sense, they have betrayed themselves because they voted for something without understanding it. They campaigned for something that would actually undermine the union. And now that they've come to the realization, or at least some of them have come to the realization, that Brexit was bad for the union, they want someone else to fix the problem. They want someone else, like the European Union or the Irish government or Boris Johnson, to undo the damage that they actually voted for.
Betrayal from the British, our British government, our Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who sold Northern Ireland down the river to achieve his Brexit.
His Brexit. Well, you can blame him for his Brexit, but there was nothing on the ballot paper that said we're going to protect the union or we're going to destroy the union. So it was up to you to actually understand the consequence of Brexit. Now, some people did understand the consequence of Brexit, like myself and others on the Remain side, who said it would be a bad idea to vote for this because it's going to create problems in Northern Ireland. But people like Moore, I imagine, would say that was wrong. It would not affect Northern Ireland's place in Northern Ireland, because if we actually look at his Twitter account, we can see here, he voted leave. Anyway, let's continue.
It is a betrayal. That's what it is. It's an injustice, and that's how it should be understood. We had the Prime Minister of our country come to Northern Ireland and tell us that he would never accept, that he would never tolerate a border down the Irish Sea. But when the chips were down, when a decision was there to be made, that's exactly what he agreed to. He said that over his dead body would he allow a border down the Irish Sea. Well, in fact, He stepped over thousands of dead bodies of people from Ulster who fought and died.
Okay, so he's angry with Boris Johnson, and he has every right to be angry with Boris Johnson, but he has to be angry with himself because he voted for this. He was told by many people, both inside Northern Ireland and outside Northern Ireland, that this would be a mistake, and he decided, no, I'm going to put my trust in the Conservative Party. I know Boris Johnson was not in charge back in 2015 and 2016. Boris Johnson, but these people have not turned around and said, well, actually, Brexit was a mistake. Now, if more is listening, there is a solution to this. It's for Northern Ireland and the rest of the UK to rejoin the single market and the customs union. That would undo the betrayal of what you're pointing out here. This would undo that betrayal. So if Northern Ireland and the rest of the UK rejoin the single market and the customs union, there would be no need for a protocol. There would be no need for checks on the border between Great Britain and Northern Ireland. But unfortunately, I fear that you wouldn't want that. You would prefer to have your Brexit than to have your union. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?